Insiders say Meghan Markle is being kept at arm's length from the royal family. Reports suggest her Netflix show hasn't just underperformed, and her team appears to be leaning more heavily on the Duchess title, while attempting to frame Meghan as a victim. These are my personal opinions. Nothing here is intended to encourage hate. Let's get into it. Insiders say Meghan Markle is being kept at a distance from the royal family. According to reports, her Netflix show hasn't just underperformed, and I'll be bringing you the chart position. At the same time, her team appears to be using the Duchess title far more frequently, while taking a slightly combative approach in trying to cast Meghan as the damsel in distress. Now, these are my personal opinions. Nothing here is intended to incite hate. But let's get into it, because there is a lot to unpack. I am getting into the Christmas spirit. You can see the little display behind me. You may also notice the elves are gone, and that was an epic mom fail. I completely forgot they were up here. My daughter came downstairs this morning and said, "Mommy, where are the elves?" Cue me running upstairs, throwing them downstairs, and quickly sticking them onto a windowsill. So yes, that's where the elves are now. But if you're not feeling the Christmas spirit, don't worry. It could be worse. You could be Harry and Meghan. Drama seems to follow them wherever they go. It's relentless. So here we are again. The royal family is expected to keep its distance from Meghan Markle for as long as she continues doing one specific thing. Meghan is not believed to have seen her husband's royal relatives for years, and we all know that's true. We've seen the entire fallout unfold very publicly. The battle over security also continues. And as I've said before, I genuinely don't believe Harry and Meghan will ever return to England permanently. Sorry, America, but I don't. I don't think the UK offers what they're looking for. There simply aren't the same funding opportunities they have in the United States through Archewell. We're a small island, and I don't think this is where they see their future. But let's get into the story itself, because it's actually very interesting. According to a royal commentator, Meghan Markle will continue to be kept at arm's length from the royal family if she carries on with this one behavior. Since stepping away from royal life in 2020, Meghan and Prince Harry have focused on making their own money, frequently using their titles while doing so. And I'd argue, at almost every opportunity, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex lean heavily on those titles in their work. Here's what I want to say about this. You'd almost think they're broke, but honestly, it raises the question, how much money do you actually need? How many toilets do you need? How many business ventures are enough? To me, it comes across as gluttonous, truly very greedy. 16 toilets? You can only use one at a time. That's pure ego, isn't it? I don't know about you, but the bigger the house, the more cleaning. Yet with Harry and Meghan, it seems nothing is ever enough. They dive into politics, then jam making, then podcasts, then the Martha Stewart business approach, then AI, then censorship. It's endless. Enough already. We don't need them. There are plenty of people and companies already handling these areas. We have companies making jam. We have reality shows ready for viewing. We have political activists pushing agendas. It's all under control. What the world doesn't need is them repeatedly leaning on their royal titles to do it. Let's not forget, Harry and Meghan are still listed on the royal website, and given the way they've behaved, we really don't need this added stress during the lead up to Christmas. Honestly, we just want to enjoy a few mince pies, some pigs in blankets, and a little festive cheer. We don't need to be hearing from Harry and Meghan. The story goes on. Speaking to Fox News Digital, commentator Kinsey Schofield noted that their confidence in leaving the royal family was fueled by what they believed was their popularity. Awkward, right? Did they ever expect things to turn out this way? They'll keep putting themselves out there because, of course, they need to make money. But Meghan's commercial ambitions clearly clash with Harry's wish to rebuild royal connections. Let me pause here. Insiders, how much money do you think it would take for them to stop? I've looked into the figures they've allegedly earned. It's more than any of us could ever dream of combined. It's an obscene sum. This whole billionaire lifestyle, would you want it? I wouldn't. I'm perfectly happy with a bargain from Home Bargains and a coffee from Costa. As long as Meghan continues using her titles for business, the royal family is expected to keep their distance. I wouldn't be surprised if someone at the palace is paying close attention. They seem to have Meghan Markle figured out. Honestly, that's a relief. We don't need this added stress on our holiday anxiety list. This kind of behavior is unlikely to earn royal approval, and it could explain why Meghan, 44, and Harry, 41, reportedly still have ongoing tensions with some royal relatives. It could also block any chance of a full reconciliation. Until Meghan stops leveraging her royal title, Duchess of Sussex, in business ventures, like her Netflix show, the family is expected to maintain their distance. It's a tricky situation, isn't it? It's almost like they don't want her back fully, but they also don't want her flaunting the title. Meanwhile, we have Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, attending Catherine, Princess of Wales' carol concert. She looked stunning, elegant, professional, and regal, as always, while continuing her incredible charity work. Then there's Sarah Ferguson. That's a whole story on its own. And then we see Meghan Markle at Kris Jenner's 70th birth party, insisting certain photos be removed, not wanting to be associated, and taking on a so-called film role that's really just a one-day cameo, all while setting up pap shots. If that pap shot hadn't been staged, she might as well have called herself Kate Moss. Newsflash, she's not. This is not how someone on the royal website behaves. The standard excuse is always, we need to earn money. But seriously, how much is enough? A real duchess, a duchess with morals and integrity, wouldn't attend Balenciaga, knowing the brand's controversial history. She would live her life with elegance and class. And I'm afraid, Meghan Markle, in my opinion, that's not you. Then we saw Harper's Bazaar proclaim, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, meets her moment. She used her Duchess title on the cover, but honestly, it's a bit laughable. Nobody is thinking, oh, that's the Duchess of Sussex. Everyone is saying, oh, Meghan Markle, isn't it? Her media team has been using the Duchess title more and more often. I suspect they're aware that once William comes into power, these titles could disappear, so they're trying to embed the title into every corner of their business ventures. But let's be honest, no one sees her and thinks, that's a Duchess. They think, oh, Meghan Markle, from Deal or No Deal in Suits. The Duchess image just doesn't stick. Take the Harper's Bazaar interview, for example. She was formally introduced as the Duchess. The journalist stood up and it was just the two of them in the house. Very odd. There are also reports that her team sent overly aggressive messages to journalists, once again repeatedly emphasizing the Duchess title, just in case anyone forgot. Now, let's talk Netflix. This has been a disaster. The special hasn't even broken the top 300. There's no evidence that With Love, Meghan holiday celebration made Netflix's global top 300 most watched list. The main series ranked around 383 in 2025 viewership. So here we are. Netflix has bombed, and let's face it, no one sees Meghan as a duchess. Harry isn't being welcomed back in the UK, and the royal family is wisely keeping their distance, clearly aware of exactly what Meghan is up to. She's trying to brand multiple businesses with the Duchess title, making it central to her identity. But we've got eyes, ears, and brains, and to us, she is no duchess. Meanwhile, Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, continues her fantastic work, and Catherine, Princess of Wales, wins the public's hearts and spreads festive cheer. In comparison, there's nothing particularly regal or elegant about Meghan Markle. This year, her true colors have become crystal clear. So, William, Prince of Wales, if you're watching and jotting down your to-do list, many in the public would like to see Meghan stripped of her title, and Harry too. That's important, because respect for the monarchy matters. What people dislike is seeing Meghan Markle flaunting that title while living in Montecito. Many of you feel the same way. There's immense love for the royal family, both across the Commonwealth and in the US. So, while the rest of us are getting into the Christmas spirit, wrapping gifts, enjoying pigs and blankets, Meghan Markle seems to be hopping from one drama to the next. Drama follows them wherever they go. And if you enjoy my content, well, yay!